The Nether is back. Welcome to another day in Hedgehog Hollow. I'm going to interrupt this introduction for a real introduction. If I go through this day in the order in which I did it, it makes absolutely no sense at all. So I am going to tell it out of order, beginning with diamonds. I made this mine here at level 11. For a very long time, level 11 was the prime digging spot in Minecraft. I know it has been updated. I am hoping that I can still find some diamonds if I just dig around here for a little while. As I've said before, I find digging in Minecraft to be very therapeutic. But I know that it makes for boring videos, so I'm going to cut. I haven't found a single diamond digging at level 11. I am going to start digging down into the deep dark. I don't really know what the optimal level to dig in the deep dark is, so I'm just going to take this spiral staircase I've already made and go ahead and go down further into it just to see what I can find. I'm sure that all this digging is boring, so I'm going to cut until I find something interesting. And after about 1 minute of digging, I find diamonds. I should have been digging down from the very beginning. I need 3 diamonds to make the diamond pickaxe so that I can get some obsidian. Now I just need to run these back up and put them in a safe spot before I do something stupid like dig straight down and fall into some lava. Back at the top, I'm going to go straight to the crafting table and make a diamond pickaxe. I've got a diamond pickaxe. Now I can go get some obsidian. I'm not sure if it was really clear how much digging took place there. I dug over 50 by over 50 by 3 down in that mine looking for diamonds and found absolutely none. Then I dug just a few steps down and found diamonds directly below where I started. At least I have a diamond pickaxe, so I could continue with going and getting some obsidian. I have a diamond pickaxe, so I can get some obsidian. What I'm going to do is go to that little lava pit where I collected lava just the previous day. I'm going to pour water on top of it, and then I'm going to mine the obsidian that comes. I grabbed 3 buckets full of water, thinking that'd be good to bring a lot of water, and then realized as I was running over here, I only use 1 bucket because I pour it down, make obsidian, then collect it again. I don't want to mess this up, so I need to clear out a spot to make sure that I don't accidentally fall in the lava as I'm digging it. I wonder how deep this lava is. It could just be 1 square deep. Nope, it went all the way down. So this is more than 1 square deep. I could accidentally mine and fall in. I best get started. Let me place some water, make some obsidian, and then start mining. I want to make sure there's no lava next to me when I mine, because sometimes you'll pop 1 block and there's lava behind it and it comes pouring right in your face. Being overly cautious and making sure there's no lava below my feet as well. Finally start digging obsidian. I need a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks so I can make a portal. I'll probably get a little more obsidian while I'm here though. While I'm digging, I thought I would answer a question that was asked on one of my previous videos. Why am I wearing this old snowman skin? A long time ago, when they first introduced the snow golem, I went a bit overboard and made a massive army of snow golems. I saw the snowman skin in one of the holiday packs. I decided to use that, because I was the king of the snow golems at that point in time. I never really thought about skins, so I quickly forgot that I was wearing it. About 2 years later, I realized I'm still a snowman. So I took the snowman skin off and went back just being the regular Minecraft guy, and the other people that I play Minecraft with were upset. They got used to me being the snowman, and they said, "You need to change it back, otherwise we don't know who you are." So, ever since then, I've been wearing this old snowman skin. I tried using the skin editor to make a custom snowman skin once, but that did not work out at all. So I'm back to being the classic snowman. I've heard that it's a skin that nobody really likes, but it's my skin. I've been wearing it for many years, so I'm going to stick with it. If you have any other questions that you want to ask me, go ahead and leave them in the comments. You don't need to try and find a way to privately send me a message as that person did. That is 9 obsidian. Let me make it safe a little bit. I only need 1 more and I can make a portal. I know I started by saying I'll probably get more than 10 obsidian here, but I've changed my mind. This has taken so long. I got my 10 obsidian. I'm gonna head home. With the obsidian done, the next step was to build a portal in the Nether to link up to my portal. If you remember, when I built my original portal to go into the Nether, it linked up to Lady Adeline's portal, and when I came out of the Nether, I was at her home. That's why I need 10 obsidian so I can build a portal that links to my home. My goal here is simple. I'm going to go into the Nether, I'm going to find location -100 and build a portal there. That is equivalent to -800, which is my home. And I don't even want to know what's going on with all this blue here. Can you make this blue grow like grass and spread from block to block? I'm not really sure. I need to get to -100 and place my portal. And it looks like the road lady built a road. At least it's a path. This should make it a bit easier. Well, maybe not. Okay, so she made a little bit of a path. If I get to the center 00, I can turn and head for -100. I hope I don't fall in the lava. I have a tendency to jump and land in lava all the time when I'm in the Nether. It looks like -100's right in this cliff right here. I'm getting close to it. But there's a massive lava lake right there. I need to make sure I don't somehow fall through and drop into the lake. I see some glowstone. You never have enough glowstone. I should go and collect it. I'm thinking I need to work on getting a silk touch pickaxe. Right now I'm mining this and getting the dust. With a silk touch pickaxe, you actually get the glowstone block. I might as well pick up this gold as well. In case it isn't obvious, I'm a bit addicted to glowstone. I use it all over the design in my home. Is it just me, or does the music in the Nether try to make it seem like you're in a safe dream, when in reality, you're about 10 seconds from falling in lava and dying? Now, why was I here? Yes, I need to get to -100 and build a portal. I'm going to dig into this cliff, and I'm thinking I'm going to need to like stair step it just a little bit. I'm afraid that as I dig in, I'm going to break through the floor and fall down into the lava lake that's below here. The good thing is that digging this nether rack is very easy. One hit and it pops. The only drawback is that netherrack digs very easy. You swing your pickaxe around, you never know when you're going to pop some netherrack and expose a run of lava. Again, I'm going to try and take it up just a little bit because I'm still concerned that as I'm digging along, I'm going to expose a hole in the floor. There's quartz. I'm going to need that. I need quartz to build a lot of the redstone contraptions, so any quartz I find is good. Plus, just digging up quartz is a good way to level up. I used to go into the Nether strictly to dig quartz to level up. Okay, I'm practically at -100, which is going to align with my home in the overworld at -800. Oh, and I broke my pickaxe just as I'm getting done. I just want to clear out this area so there's enough room to put in a portal and have area to get in and out of the portal. I don't really want to put it right on -100. I'm going to back it up a couple blocks and then put it in over here. And there we go. All I need to do is light it up and I can go back home. Perfect. I got a portal linked up on both sides. I don't have to go all the way to Lady Adeline's home anymore. Well, that was a fun excursion. I got my bases linked up, both in the overworld and in the Nether. I also got enough glowstone that I was able to finish that floor down in the storage facility. Motivation for my next project is kind of weird. If you remember, I popped out in Lady Adeline's home when I first came out of the Nether. I also noticed that she built a road in my home, and I started thinking, I'm going to have visitors soon. Visitors means I'm going to have people coming over and trying to take all of the stuff that I have been gathering. Yes, that's how it works. I do a lot of mining, and the other players come and take all of the stuff that I mine. So my plan is to make it look like I haven't really progressed. I'm not going to build a huge home that screams, come and take all my stuff. Instead, I have a plan to hide everything. So what I have here is my little starter hut, pretty much the exact same starter hut I always built, and a hole in the ground. I'm not going to tear this hut down and build a massive house. I'm going to keep this hut exactly as it is, but I'm going to take out the floor. And under this floor, I am going to hide an elevator that goes down into my base below the house. In my lessons that I have uploaded, there is a lesson for building a hidden elevator in a Minecraft base. Before we get to that, as I was heading back from the mine, I was hit by a phantom. I realized that monsters were turned on. Nobody told me they were on. So I went to bed, and then I went back down in the mine looking for slime, because I am going to need slime. I used the iron that I already had on hand to make myself an iron sword and an iron chest plate. Then I went down into the mine. In my experience, slime tends to show up at level 11 all the time, just to bother you. This is actually my second trip. On the first trip, I forgot to turn on the video, and I realized there was absolutely nothing down here. So I got rid of half of the little torches that I had in order to get things to spawn in the darkness. Nothing spawned down here on this trip. I turned off the camera, took away the torches, and went to do it again, forgetting to turn the camera on. On that trip, I found a skeleton and 2 zombies, which I was able to take care of. But I needed food, so I quickly ran back up to get food. Now, as I'm heading back down to see if I missed anything, I finally found a slime. So I just ran around swinging my sword randomly until all the slimes were dead, and I picked up all the little slime balls, which are going to be very helpful because I am going to need plenty of slime blocks and sticky pistons. In the end, I had to make many trips down here looking for slime. I ended up getting a few more skeletons and a few more zombies in the process. With my pockets packed full of slime, I was able to get back to my main project here, which is building a hidden elevator under that little hut. So here I am, I'm under the hut. I dig a nice pit down here. It goes down pretty far. I'm going to start by placing some columns in here so that I can use those to try and build the elevator off of. I have pretty much everything I'm going to need to build the elevator. A lot of slime, sticky pistons, glass, and some redstone components. I'm going to start with a column that I can push up and down with just regular pistons. I have a floor put in that goes under the hut. This first piston is going to go in the corner of the bottom of the hut and come down next to the floor that I have built here. I'm going to make the column a maximum 12 blocks high. There will be a trigger up inside the hut that pushes this column down. That is going to be the signal to trigger the elevator to go down and bring you into the secret floor below the hut. As you can see, all of the redstone components and pistons and stuff will be down below that lower floor, completely hidden, even when you go down the elevator. Now I can place the piston that pushes the column back up. I need to produce a redstone signal when the column is pressed down that forces the column to go back up. What I'm going to use is a composter. If I put something in the composter like a flower, and then I put a comparator next to the composter, it will be able to produce a signal. I can then send that signal into this lower piston. So when this column is pressed down, the lower piston tries to push it back up. As soon as the upper piston stops pushing, the lower piston pushes up and the column goes back up. As you can see, that flower in my composter is producing a redstone signal. But it looks like the signal isn't strong enough to feed all the way back. I could get a repeater, but there's a cheaper option. I'm just going to put more stuff in the composter. Stuff a composter has inside of it, the stronger signal it produces. I just add a little bit until it pushes up. And there we go. The column is done. A piston pushing at the top will produce a signal down here at the bottom. And I can show that here. I'm going to place a button on the block next to the upper piston. When I press the button, it presses the column down, and then the column comes right back up. Slime blocks is what makes the elevator work. I'm including this little part to show you that I did place the slime blocks. I actually did it many times, over and over, because I simply could not get it right. I initially tried to place the slime blocks first before I put that column that presses down. I didn't get them in the right position. I did it again after I put the column in and messed it up. Just a reminder, I made a video that shows you exactly how to make this hidden elevator. In that video, I do it right the first time. So don't try to use this video where I make a mistake over and over again as a reference. The big problem I was having as I was doing this, the elevator goes up and down 4 blocks. But the clearance that the elevator has is 3 blocks, because while the top of the elevator moves 4 blocks, it is 1 block tall, leaving 3 blocks of clearance. I did actually build it correct and figured it was wrong. And when I built it wrong, I was thinking it was correct. In the end, I did get it. I just tore out the floor from above and then built everything looking down. It was much easier that way. I got the ABBA switch put in at the bottom. That makes all of the pistons at the top open and close in order. I used glass blocks to send the signal all the way up from this ABBA switch at the bottom to the pistons at the top. I made a lesson completely on ABBA switches, which I also added to YouTube. Just to show how this works, at the very top up here, there's a column that's going to be pushed down by a piston. And back down at the bottom of the column is the piston you already saw. The key is that the redstone signal is also used for the ABBA switch to make the elevator go up and down. When the elevator comes down, I need it to stay down for a little bit, so I'm adding a delay. This delay will take the redstone signal and slow it down so that the elevator comes down, stays down, and then goes back up. And testing it, you can see the delay. It goes down, stays down, and then goes back up. Because this elevator is hidden, I have to hide the activation switch when you're in the hut. What I'm going to do is put a hopper under this barrel, and then I'm going to put a comparator next to it, and I'm going to put an observer that looks at the comparator. When something goes into the barrel, it will go into the hopper. The hopper will trigger the comparator, which is going to send a signal, and the observer will see that that has happened. It's going to send a signal into the block behind it, which is next to the upper piston, causing the upper piston to fire. I know it sounds like a lot and complicated, but it's really pretty simple. The only real issue I had was trying to crouch place stuff without accidentally turning the comparator in between 2 modes. Finally got the observer in place. I am going to call this the hopper switch. You put something in the barrel, and this hopper right here is going to trigger the entire system, causing the elevator to go up and down. After many revisions of those glass columns that send the signal up, I finally got it working. This looks like a cheap little hut. It doesn't look like there's any redstone anywhere around it. You can even go behind it. There is nothing visible at all. Inside you find the basic things that every little hut has. No switches, no buttons, no pressure plates. Not even a painting or a tripwire. But if you put anything in this barrel, you go down to the secret base below. And after a short pause, the elevator goes back up, so if someone comes by, they won't see that there's an elevator inside there. There is a button at the bottom so you can call the elevator down whenever you need it. So that is the hidden elevator under this tiny little hut. So that's the end of my big project for the day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, goodbye.